Most people think that stepping up as a CEO is about control, structure, rules, and pressure. But here's the real truth. Becoming a CEO for your business actually is about creating freedom, not just for you, but for the people that rely on you. Because when you're the bottleneck of the business and everything needs to run through you, there is no freedom. And I want to tell you why this one hits so close to home for me. Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm the CEO and founder of Mitchell Consulting. And today I'm going to talk to you about becoming the leader your business needs you to be. And it's my own personal story that might just relate to you. So, the first point is 5 years ago, I was primarily solo in my business. I had a very part time accountant that worked with me, very part time, 10 hours a week. And I didn't have real systems. I had some loose systems, but I didn't have real systems. And I was overwhelmed with the work. I was tired of doing all the work because everything relied on me. And back then, I was dealing with my own personal chronic medical issue that still persists to this day. And I need to be able to take the time I needed to step back and step away from the business when I needed to. So I was in search of something to help me. Now, I tried to hire before, but both those hires failed. And this third time I hired, I wanted to do it differently. And I realized that I needed to become a better leader. I couldn't just tell people to do the work. I need to bring someone on that's coming into a business culture, not my baby, because we all start out our businesses and it's our baby, right? But there comes a point where you feel overwhelmed, overworked, or you just want to do something different, but you know your business still helps people. So, what do? I was in search of something that could help me. And along the way, I discovered the book Clockwork. And I began to read the book, I began to implement the things. And one day, a I got an email about a program. So I joined the program because in my heart, I wanted a business that was a business, not just my baby. I wanted a business. And what I discovered is I needed to change who I was showing up as in my business. I needed to become the CEO. Now, hindsight is 2020. So when I started this actually in 2020 during the pandemic, I didn't even see or think about what this would mean for the future. I was just trying to get myself from being overwhelmed and from having work that just never ended. So I started implementing the frameworks that I was learning. I was starting to think about myself and how I was showing up as the business owner. And over time, I began to put the pieces in place for my business, and it started to gain traction. Not just the business, because my business was already functioning, but in my team development, it started to gain traction. And after a while, I realized I was probably a year and a half, 2 years in. I realized that it's not just about me. It's not just about Michelle. I remember thinking, oh, I get it. It's about them. Me becoming a better leader, relinquishing control is about them because I was bringing people into the company who were great at what they did. But if I didn't change as a leader and release the control I had, I wouldn't be able to see the greatness in these people that I was bringing into this business. So over time, I realized that it was bigger than me. It is about the team and it's about our clients and how we show up as the leader of the business to help our clients through our team. Because I do believe that there are people out there in the world that know more than me. I don't know everything. I do know some things. And I know I can make an impact on the people that are in my atmosphere. So now I don't just lead for me, I lead for them. I lead for our clients. I lead for others. I lead for my YouTube family. Because I was able to relinquish control, now I'm able to create videos and reach a mass of people that were not in my atmosphere. I'm reaching you right now. And I hope that you can see yourself in my journey. So, leadership creates freedom. And my personal story is that this past year has been extremely challenging for my family. We have had several people in my family who have had major medical and health challenges. And guess what I was able to do? Be there for them because that's what matters to me the most is to be able to be available when my family needs me. And because I did the work in the last 5 years, at the drop of a dime, I can stop everything and go tend to the things that matter. Now, the other thing that has happened in the business that I did not see coming is that we have team members on our team who are now expanding their families. And they wanted to be able to step away from their work so that they can attend to their family. So this year, I have 3 team members on my team who are all having babies. And I am so excited for them. I'm so excited that we can provide for them so that they can add to their families. And they're both first time parents. I have one who has stepped away for 12 weeks and the other who has stepped away for a 6-week paternity leave. And we are still running. The work did not come back to my plate because we have systems in place to handle their absence. And I want to encourage you that you can build the same type of systems in your business. You do not have to do all the work or take any of the work back from your team members when you have systems in place. So our business kept running. We are still serving our clients, and no one around here is getting burnt out because they have additional workload. 5 years ago, that wouldn't have been possible for me. Everything would have fell apart. Thank God I had the foresight to work on my leadership and to implement the things that we needed to do in the business because I didn't know what was coming in the future. I knew that I had a chronic health issue where I needed to step away, but I didn't know all of these other things would happen. You have to build systems, empower your team, and develop the trust so that anybody on the team can be able to step away. Leadership is less about doing it all and more about creating the space for others to rise. And that is what I have learned. So I want to ask you a question. You know, I always have these reflection prompts. If I were truly leading like a CEO in my business, how would I be showing up this week? If you could put that in the comments below, I would greatly appreciate it. And then take one action towards the version of you who is the leader. Now, this series is wrapping up. So, this series was all about the confident CEO, but this is just the beginning for you. If this video or any of the other videos in this series spoke to you, I would love for you to share it with a fellow entrepreneur or business owner who is ready to step into their leadership role. I would also like for you to stick around, subscribe, like, because we can go deeper on any of these conversations because I've been through it all and I want to help you. I also want to have deeper conversations with you about delegation and growing your business, becoming the CEO that I know your business needs. I would love to support you in that. And if you would be so kind as to schedule a consultation, I would love to have a chat. But until next time, I will be bringing you CEO level support for your finances, your operations, and your mindset. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.